Hey guys, it's Isaac. I'm working on the Marquis by Harmony guitar, trying to fix the bridge and get it all strung up. Right now I'm currently doing this in a car, not a moving vehicle, just to keep from having any mess where I'm staying, to not enrage the landlady. A bridge patch. I'm still working on it right now, because I need to make sure it fits. And, as I'll show you in just a moment, I was able to get the bridge off of the guitar with some mostly gentle rocking back and forth. It turns out, and I'll show you, here's the bridge. Turns out these appear to be original. Well, actually no, they can't be original equipment. And let me show you why. I'll show you. My next clip will be of me putting this on the actual guitar. You'll see this screw is not exactly straight. It's at a slight angle, and barely see the nut on there. The nuts on these bolts right here were on there. They were not through the body. They were actually above it. So if somebody tried to replace this and had minimal success, and it doesn't look like they really tried to glue this down, unless that's what the wider part of the bottom of this bridge is. I'm starting to question whether this was actually rosewood or not, or just something that was stained, because this is, you know, this is a clear wood, and this is not. I see some glue lines right here, which I will eventually sand off. What I'm going to do in just a minute is I have a hacksaw, and I'm going to remove these. What you see in the background is a coping saw, which I'm going to use to finish working on the bridge pad. But I'm going to remove these two. I'm going to sand this down, sand the body of the guitar down, and glue it back down. Before I do that, though, this will be the bridge pad, or bridge patch. They call it both things. This line you see right through it, this line right here, that's where I will sand it down, because I can't really get to the inside of the guitar to remove the old bridge pad, so I'm going to have to remove just a 1/16 of an inch of material from this bridge pad before I glue it in. That way it'll go straight up to the body of the guitar and stay in place. I'm going to use some tight bond and some clamping and place that in there. This is a handy dandy coping saw that I'm going to use to shave some triangular pieces off the side so that it clears the X bracing. Alright, I'll be right back. So, while I'm waiting to glue this to the underside of this, I did notice there was some deflection right here on the soundboard. So what I decided to do in the meantime, I used a couple of these little things as coils on the underside, and I clamped this temporarily to the top without too much pressure, but just enough to try to clamp it down. See if maybe I could relieve some of that distension, because this is a brand new piece of wood, and it still wobbled a bit back and forth on the top if I used it sort of as a straight edge kind of thing. So I'm going to leave this for about 30 minutes, and hopefully it'll help out. If not, I'll just go the route of sanding the whole thing, which I have to do to glue the bridge back on anyway. So that's all for that. Alright, it's been actually about 45 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take these clamps off, and I'll see what we have here. See if it's helped our problem at all. Yeah, awkward one-handed, but that's to be expected. Here's the caul that I used on the end of the clamp, and let's try this one as well. Yeah, the blue part is just painter's tape that I use to keep it from falling off. Really? Yay for awkward one-handed stuff. Okay, that one stayed on. Alright. Well, it's still a little raised, still a little distended here, but not to the same extent that it was earlier. I'll show you though. Use this as a straight edge. Notice how it does that. Yeah, so I'm going to have to sand this down, and which works because you can see right here, get some of the glare so you can see. The glue lines were literally right here and right here. That's where the glue lines were. They didn't do it the way you're supposed to do, where, see, they didn't even go through the paint. The glue lines did not actually hit any of the wood, even if that's just wood laminate. So, I mean, it was a crap manufacturing job here. Hi guys, it's Isaac again. I'm trying to finish up work on the Marquis by Harmony acoustic guitar. Right now I'm going to glue in the bridge pad. Here's the bridge pad itself. I'm in a new place, new venue, as it were. Anyways, so what I have for this step: Type 1 wood glue, a custom-made bridge pad using a coping saw and a piece of red oak. I have chopsticks. These I'm actually using to make sure that the holes in the bridge pad line up with the string holes right through here. And you can see down in there that there is a light so that I can match up the holes in this and that I can see them. That way, everything will match up and be all neato, as it were. Using these biscuits, as they call them, as called for the clamps. I've got 2 of the clamps. And also, just in case I need them, I got some screwdrivers, miniature screwdrivers that I'm going to use as additional pilot thingies to make sure that the bridge pad goes exactly where I need it to. Alright, I'm probably not going to document this next part because it requires 2 hands, but I'll show you the aftermath. Okay, well, I got this set up. Got the bridge pad glued in there. Got these clamps set up. So I've got to wait 30 minutes before I do anything with it, so I'm going to do an update as soon as I get done. And then I have to wait 24 hours really to do anything else with this guitar. And that next thing I'll do is put the bridge on. And hopefully by the end of this week, because by the time I get this properly glued in, days before I can make another video, because I will have to work. So, alright. Hey guys, it's the next day after I have put in the bridge plate, or bridge pad as it were, and it's been successful. It's successfully glued in there. So today I'm going to place the bridge on the guitar and try to glue it down. Yesterday I used Type Bond Type 2 wood glue for the bridge pad, and really you're supposed to use, sorry about all the noise, you're supposed to use, if you're going to use Type Bond, use Type Bond Type 1, which is the original. The next best thing that I had at my local Walmart was the Wood Glue Max. They're both non-toxic and for, you know, indoor-outdoor use. So, alright. So, for this step, I placed it on here. I drilled and made sure all the holes that went down in there worked, and that, you know, I could use both. Oh, I'm just super clumsy today. Both our wooden dowels from a Chinese restaurant and our string pegs would also go through before I did any gluing. That way I won't have to try to drill through the bridge and everything else to try to get through here. Next step is I'm going to use this, block all this off, sand this down a little bit. I've already sanded down the bottom of the bridge to remove some of the old glue. And then after that, I will put the glue on the bridge and clamp it down. And tomorrow, I hope to have it finished, though it'll be after I go to work, so it'll be Friday before I can make a video where I place the strings on it and see if it works. So I'm going to go ahead, since this next step requires two hands, I'm going to do that with the camera off, but I'll show you in the middle of each step. Alright, this step I've blocked off the approximate shape of the bridge. I've got some 100 grit sandpaper, which I'm going to, you know, sand this all down, and I'm going to test fit the bridge before I clamp it, and we'll go from there. Alright, sanding is done. Doing another test fit. It seems to be less wobbly now, which is good. Alright, so my next step is to put the wood glue on and then clamp this son of a bitch down and leave it clamped for an hour and then leave it glued till tomorrow. So I'll show you what it looks like when I have it all clamped up. Alright, I have it glued down and clamped. See some squeeze out here, so I'm going to remove this with its rag. As much as I can, anyway. Trying to get all this crap off of here. Yeah, that's lovely, Isaac. Just get that right all over the finish. Well, this is going to require two hands, but you get the point.